To start off this show, we're going to twist it around a little bit. And this week, you've done some checking into who you want to highlight for this week's person who's given back the philanthropy. So what did you come up with?
Yeah, so this was pretty cool. I was looking into philanthropy, and last week you talked about Dolly Parton and her offer to pay the college tuition and books and everything for every one of her employees at Dollywood. So it's like, okay, well, what can I find that would be awfully cool like that? So the philanthropist that I wanted to highlight, his name is Jared Isaacman, and he is the founder of a payments processing company called Shift4. And he's done very well for himself. He's now a billionaire. And he is more recently known for being a member of the all tourism SpaceX flights. In fact, he purchased the very first flight that was an all tourist flight. And the reason that I chose this story was that it was super cool. Here's a guy who has the resources. He's pursuing a personal dream of his. And so we talk about living a fulfilling and purposeful life, so he's pursuing his dream here, doing the SpaceX flight. But he decided to kind of tie in a philanthropic effort into it. So he used this flight as a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And so he contributed something like $100 million to the hospital in this effort. And I want to say Elon Musk put in like 50 million on his own too. So he threw a nice contribution. But overall, they ended up raising $243 million for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Wow.
And
that's awesome.
That is a phenomenal organization because of the services that they provide to these families, especially these little kids, and they do research, but they change people's lives, saving people's lives that are in need. So, for him to have been an entrepreneur, created this company, had phenomenal success, turns that into pursuit of a personal dream, going into space, but then tying that all in together, decides, how can I turn this into something good for someone else, and
that's awesome.
That's almost $250 million that they raised for St. Jude with this one event. So
man, that's a game changer. Kudos to him. That's awesome. And Elon Musk, if he was part of that.
Yeah, he was. So awesome. So Jared Isaacman, you are the philanthropist of the week.
The Purposeful Podcast.